The Red Sox are the villains. Now, I just want to start off this video by saying everything I say is going to be it's going to be very biased, and it doesn't reflect any other Yankee fans or any other baseball fans or the Red Sox fans. It's just my personal bias and saltiness against the franchise of the Red Sox, even though they're in a bit of a downslope as is now, and they could turn it around any moment. Like, let's not play, possum here. I know when the Red Sox can turn it back on. For the past 20 years, they've been living a pretty smooth going. Like, they got their wins there and there to kind of wax back on the bad days. It's like, well, at least we won the year before. And then, like, every time you win a World Series, it kind of loosens that belt of, like, not caring about the loses. So, being that they won back in 2018, they're not kind of dreading, especially with the Yankees. Last time they won was in 2009, right? So the Yankees franchise is really sweating it to get another win. Now, if you ever watched the Ken Burns documentary, Baseball, and Ken Burns is like, and now we're going to talk about the greatest baseball game ever played on the planet. And he talks about the 2004 game where the Red Sox beat the Curse. Now, in retrospective, this is a great game, a great series. They overcame the odds, and like at the time, I was screaming, punching walls, and ready to just kick some ass. But looking back, what they achieved was the decline of the Jeter dynasty, and like they had the late great Yankees 90s series where they were just on top of the world, and then came the 2000s where it's like, all right, we're starting to, the team was getting older, and we get to the Red Sox winning 4 in a row. Amazing achievement. That's not the Red Sox team I'm going to talk about today. The Red Sox team I'm going to talk about is the 2013 Red Sox, when they became the villains and still are the villains. And I'll explain to you how this is. Now, like I said, Ken Burns documentary, 2004, 2007. We're talking underdog Red Sox. Great teams. You had Kevin Millar, cowboy up, and they came back, and but this was, Kevin Millar was planting the seeds of what would sprout into the villains that are the Red Sox, and he was like he planted the seeds that what the Red Sox would become, and the fan base has become, and why they're the villains now. So, after 2007, when they got their next big win, the Yankees, third time's a charm, 1999, Matsui to the rescue. He gets them a win before the end of the 2010s, and that pissed off the Red Sox fan base. And what happens here is the Red Sox changed from these Bostonians, listening to like Dead Kennedys and Dropkick Murphys, and shipping down to Boston, and Mark Wahlberg and the whole Celtic thing. They threw that out the garbage, because in 2010 the Yankees should have won again. But what happened was the Rangers got the best of the Texas Rangers got the best of the Yankees, and they blew that series with the Rangers. And then the Texas Rangers blew that series to the Giants. I know for a fact that the Yankees would have smoked the San Francisco Giants. They would have blew Madison Bumgarner into the dirt, man. And like, that was the year when you had Hunter Pence doing the yes thing, and the whole like cliche like hipster thing with the beards, and you had there was a lot of beards. Madison Bumgarner had a beard, and Hunter Pence had a beard, and Brian Wilson had that ridiculous beard, and everyone was drinking IPAs. And had the Yankees won this year, they would have stopped what would have became now, what tumbled into now, because the Red Sox took note of what the Giants did there, and they started growing beards too. And so by the time we got to the Red Sox and to the 2013 series, they were doing the beard thing and the reverse the curse mojo. They saw that as a winning formula to the whole fear the beard thing. That was where they were the hipster villains of 2013 with the big Hagen Haas beards and the Hunter big Haas beards, and you know what, that's not Boston. Because they didn't stop the Texas Rangers, because they didn't get to face it against the San Francisco Giants, the Red Sox sprouted into these hipster villains, and they're like, yeah, don't the Yankees are a bunch of tourists. They're a bunch of Jay-Z fans. They're not real fans. They're just NPCs. They're a bunch of contrived Dunder Mifflins with no personality. They can't grow beards. They don't have a mascot. That's what they made it personal with that, and so it became like every other team but the Yankees were these small town, just small town underdogs. Every other team, it was everyone versus everyone versus the Yankees mentality. It was like the evil empire. It was just ganging up on the Yankees to make sure that this team with the most World Series never wins again. From that, the Astros adapted the big hipster beard status with Evan Gattis, and after that, and they continued to just do this fear the beard thing. So this whole thing versus the empty soulless city versus God's country, everyone versus the Yankees. The Red Sox are the flag bearers of that. They're everyone in New York. If you root for New York, you have no soul. And I think that's the most toxic kind of fandom. It's just not funny anymore. It's just you made it to the point where it's Yankee fans are nobody, and if you're they're a bunch of godless atheists, and that's been going on 20 years. Brady and the Patriots and the Celtics and they don't tout that kind of behavior as much as the Red Sox, and they are the villains.